Okay, so just a few words on the Bill Cosby allegations. Bill Cosby, of course, is a well-known comedian. Um, I remember going quite a long way back to Bill Cosby shows. I don't watch it regularly, but he's certainly someone I've known of for quite a long time. And I know he's always had a sort of grandfatherly image, so these allegations are indeed quite damaging. My mother was just saying earlier she was disappointed to hear all the allegations. Not that she disbelieves them, that she's disappointed that he's yet another celebrity whose image has been tarnished in this way, who that this has been sort of revealed. And that this comes shortly after Rolf Harris in the UK. That was a very serious abuse case. And again, Rolf Harris was a sort of lovable figure. If you don't know who he was sort of an artist, a singer, a multi entertainer from Australia, but well known in Britain. There's a few things I want to comment on regarding these allegations. So basically, he's been accused of sexual abuse against a number of women, going way back, quite a long way. There's been two general responses. One of them is from people who are very defensive, and they're, in my view, very naive, but they're very defensive, and they're sort of saying these women are just gold diggers, they're trying to get money off an old man, let it rest, this sort of thing. And they're basically being very defensive and saying some things that are very sharp and disrespectful, or at least they basically don't believe the allegations and they think he's innocent. Then there's the other side, which is sort of they do believe the allegations, and they think I've seen comments like "I hope he fries" and stuff like this. So it's it's polarizing opinion quite a lot. I'm somewhere in the middle because I simply don't know. I do strongly believe in the principle of innocent until proven guilty. However, there's something that I would like to point out. Some people are just automatically assuming that all these women are liars. I think it's actually quite sexist just to automatically assume they're lying. All of them. I will say one thing: Janice Dickinson, the model. I'm a little bit skeptical of her simply because she's had inconsistency between her biography and what she said in an interview. That is suspicious, that she would say one thing in her own biography and something else in an interview. So I'm suspicious of her. However, I don't think that means all the women are lying at all. I'm not saying she's lying, I'm just saying that is an inconsistency. But I think people are being very, very naive. That some of the people who have been commenting on this are acting like it's their own grandfather, or like they know Bill Cosby personally. They don't know him. What they know of is his character on TV. So the truth is, anyone is capable of this sort of crime. As someone pointed out, if the President of the United States can abuse his position, obviously referring to Bill Clinton, then why can an actor not do it? So I think people are being very naive if they've sort of got this image of a cuddly grandfather type figure, and I think he's really clean. I mean, that is very naive. Just because he's rich and famous does not make him immune from justice, and it shouldn't make him immune from justice. Also, being old should not be a defense either. So I think that's people who take that attitude are very, very naive. That he must be innocent because he seems like a nice guy. It's ridiculous. I mean, Rolf Harris seemed like a nice guy as well. Jimmy Savile always had the reputation of being benevolent, but also there's another thing. This idea that people keep saying, "Oh, why are they only coming forward now?" There is one reason why women perhaps are reluctant to come forward, and that is precisely because of the sort of ridicule that has been on these comment threads, like they're liars, they're gold diggers and so on. Maybe these women didn't want to come forward precisely because they feared they would be ridiculed or not taken seriously. So perhaps that is precisely the problem. Also, because of his celebrity status, they may feel that they're going up against someone who is kind of untouchable, and that certainly was the case with Jimmy Savile's victims. And you know, when a celebrity is molded into a certain light, in this case, a predominantly positive light, if he does have a darker side, then it's going to be difficult for people to go against him, because people are just going to be cynical and say, oh, she's a gold digger, etc. Someone pointed something out that is significant. If they're gold diggers, then why would they have waited for years without getting any scent from him? If they were gold diggers, they would have done it immediately. It's very common actually for rape victims to wait for years before saying anything, because there's a lot of psychology in that, and obviously I'm not speaking from personal experience, but people are very cruel and ignorant for just assuming that because there has been a time gap and because these women have come forward now, then they must be lying or they must be after money. I mean, in that case, what you're basically saying is one person is more likely to be honest than, what is it, 15 people? Having said that, I do believe in innocent until proven guilty. Bill Cosby's denied the allegations, as has his defence team, although an interview was shown on the BBC which certainly made him look quite like he was trying to cover something up, and there has been allegations before, I think back in 2006. So, a few things I'd like to say. I don't think he should be immune from justice simply because of his age or because he's famous. These are very serious allegations, and he should have to face trial for them. If he's innocent, then he's got nothing to fear. And if it does turn out that these women are lying, i.e. perverting the course of justice, then some action should be taken against them. But either way, there needs to be justice. He should not get away with it if he's guilty, simply because he's famous. My instinct, quite frankly, I wish I could say I think he's innocent, but with the number of male celebrities, the number of celebrities who have been exposed, I think it's plausible. I don't know. So I'm not going to say he is guilty, but I think people who are automatically assuming he's innocent are... okay, Janice Dickinson I don't entirely trust because she's been inconsistent, but I do not believe that women who don't even know each other are all have some sort of conspiracy to get money out of the man. And as for why now, well, precisely because of that, because they're ridiculed when they do come forward. So innocent until proven guilty, but the case should be pursued. And he should not be immune simply because of his age. That is, that's a ridiculous argument. So let me know your thoughts.